So when it comes to electronic key machines, well, they can get complicated really quickly, especially when the user interface that you use kind of assumes a lot of things and doesn't really give you a lot of options. Well, I'm proud to say that the Triton Plus is different. It has some really great features you're gonna love. Let's have some fun today with the Triton Plus key machine, sitting right back here. Now, a lot of times when it comes to key machines, they're really set up for like best case situations. Now, a lot of times, well, we don't get the best case situation and we have to be able to work with what we have. And that's something that the Triton operating system does really well. It gives you some great options and I can't wait to show you them. So what I want to do today is I want to show you the basic menu. I want to show you a lot of the great options. And then I want to go ahead and cut a Schlage, just SC1 key. I actually want to decode it and then I want to cut it. And I want to show you some of the pitfalls that come with that, what to look out for, and also the massive flexibility that the Triton allows. Now, I'll be the first to tell you that I much prefer a standard cutting wheel for cutting edge style keys, period, whether it's automotive or residential or what have you. However, when you buy like the Triton Plus, well, you're gonna be cutting everything essentially like a CNC machine. So what I wanna do is I wanna go over some of the really, really cool features that the Triton Plus key machine has. And then what I wanna do is I wanna decode and cut just a standard Schlage key, right? It's an easy baseline. If you're not familiar with keys or just barely familiar, well, you'll probably be able to understand a SC1 and you'll be able to kind of see some of the little nuanced things that you have to pay attention to, or you're gonna find yourself not cutting keys properly. But what I'm most excited about is to show you some of the features that the Triton has that I just absolutely love. Let's go ahead and get started. All right, so this is what the main screen on the Triton looks like after you get the machine turned on. As you can see, there's automobile, motorcycles, single standard, tubular, and dimple. So the first thing I want to do is I just want to show you around here just a little bit. So let's just go to the single standard, and what you'll do here is you'll type in what you're looking for. So it might be a Schlage. So we're going to type Schlage in, and we'll pull that up there, and then from there you can choose. Now, of course, SC1, SC4, you can do a SC20, SC8, it doesn't matter, but that's how you'd pull that up. And then from this screen, you choose 5 or 6, we're gonna do 5. And then from this screen is where you're going to decide exactly what you want to do. Now, let's talk about the features here because there's actually some really good ones. First of all, when you look at the jaw you need, you can hit the little plus button here and you can actually see how the machine wants you to align the key. So you can do a S2B or a S2A, which is what I'm going to be using is the S2A. Now, from this point, we can decode, we can input cuts right there. We can type in a key code, which is kind of redundant for like a Schlage, right? And we could do a progression here, but once again, that's something that's more of an automotive type of thing. But you can do that. All right. Now, whether or not we use this, we look it up for this, or we go to automotive and type in Ford. It's the same exact concept here. So let's just choose. Okay, you can see pull up the different ones. Ford A cut, so you can do that. You can also search by key blank. So if we just go back here to the start, we can just search for key blank, card, blitz, HPC number, or space and depth number here. So if you go to key blank and we're just sort of type in H75, okay, it's gonna pull that same info up. But we're gonna be cutting a Schlage key here. So let's just get this back here. Let's just go SC1. Okay. 5 spaces. Okay, now we're back to here. All right, now, so from this point, we have 2 options. We can just put the code in, or we can first decode and then cut. And just for fun, let's go ahead and let's decode this SC1 key right here, and let's see how it does. All right, so I'm gonna go and open the shield up. I'm gonna put the key in. All right, now that we got it in there, now something that's really important, and it'll pop up here for us in a second. So we want to use the 1mm decoder, which is the one that comes standard in the machine. Now, if you were to just open up the top here, and then if you were to unscrew this, you can look right on it there. It's going to say 1.0. So that's how you know it's going to be the right one here. So let's put that back in. And is what we want to do is click the decode button. So now this is really important and really can't be overstated, especially if you're not used to these types of machines. So it's making sure the jaw is clear of debris. Now, why that is important is because you'll see in a moment, it actually uses electronic calibration. So if there's a bunch of shavings and a bunch of stuff around here, it will actually pick it up, make that connection, and as soon as that happens, all of a sudden it's going to keep moving on. So if you have little pieces of shavings and that type of stuff on the actual jaw, it will cause it to not decode the key properly. So that's something you always must do, get in a very good habit of that here. So, all right, so here we go. It's going to do a decode here. Now, like always, when you're decoding, it might be hard from the view you're seeing here, but you always want to watch and make sure that the tracer is going down in the actual root of the cut. And I went through that, did it really quick there, but that's just something I always want to keep an eye on. I know that if you've watched other videos of machines that I've done similar to this, you know that I'm always kind of talking about that. All right, so we're on jaw. We're going to do jaw A, and let's go ahead and hit the decode button. Okay, so as you can see, it went ahead and decoded it, and as we know for sure here, as you can see, the cuts on this key are the same, 4, 3, 4, 1, 2. But I want to do something, okay? And I want to just show you how you can find yourself not getting the results that you want here, okay? So let me go and put this key back in. Okay, so you know that's right, but now you see how I have it on A, okay, so I have it positioned in here as on jaw side A. But if I were to switch that to, jaw B there, okay, and I were to decode, with everything else being equal, is what you'll find here is that it's actually not going to decode properly. So a major mistake is just not having it on the right side of the jaw. So you have to really pay attention to that here. So as you can see, that's what it's pulling up. So same exact key, just not on the right jaw. So as you can see, that's not the same key here that we just decoded. It's not giving us the same cuts. Why? Well, it's because we have it on the S2 side B, not the S2 side A. So you have to make sure whenever you're cutting a key that these two things align. The side you're cutting on, so S2A, that means down here, we're actually cutting on the S2 side A. So it's very easy to overlook. So let's go ahead really quick. Let me decode it one more time and we'll go ahead and cut a key. And of course, we're gonna try it because, well, that's where all the fun is. All right, so of course I'm just gonna be watching, make sure it's hitting the root of each cut here, which is really good. All right, so it's done. And of course it's gonna pull up our 4, 3, 4, 1, 2. So now let me go ahead and grab a new SC1 to cut. And this is where I'm really excited. I can't wait to show you this next screen here. Okay, got our key to cut in. We're gonna hit the cut button. Now this is what I really love, all right? I love that you can choose which size cutter that you want to use. That's really important because what happens if your 2mm cutter breaks or maybe you lost it or something like that? You can switch it to a 1.5 or a 2.5 and you'll be able to get the job done. I absolutely love that feature. I also love the speed, because as you know, when you cut a harder material, you want to be able to control that speed and you want to be able to slow it down. And so having the ability to change the speed to fit the key that you need to cut is absolutely really important. And also more so for automotive keys, you can also choose the cut shape, right? You can do more of a laser style cut compared to a standard cut there as well, as you can see. And like always, it's gonna make sure we wanna clear debris. That's very important. Please don't ever skip that step. It'll make you have an inaccurate key potentially. All right, so the key is done. Now, of course, let's take it out and try it here. So here's the cylinder. Let's go ahead and try and see if it works. Here we go. Look at that. Works good. So that's a nice good example of some of the features when it comes to cutting a standard single-sided commercial or residential key. I really absolutely love a lot of the features that this Triton has in it. All right, so there you have it. Is that pretty cool or what? You know, I absolutely love the flexibility between switching between the size of cutter that you want to use. I love that it gives you the little pictures on what jaw to choose, although it's very easy to not pay attention to that and cut it on the wrong jaw side, which is why I wanted to show you what that looks like. And of course, most importantly, the key worked. And at the end of the day, that's really what we're all after. But I would love to know what you think. What are your thoughts on the operating menu and how the machine works? I would love to know in the comments below. And make sure that you include the hashtag Lockboss to automatically get entered in to win one of 5 free prizes we give away each week here on YouTube. Thank you for watching, and we'll see you next time.